Parliament from out on Manipur to kindly come forward and take your time. Dr. Lorho, Honourable Member of Parliament, Lok Sabha, joined the Naga People's Front in 2011. He is a trained medical doctor by profession, specializing on radio diagnosis. He has held several important and distinguished positions as Chairman and Managing Director in Dutch Natural Private Limited. He has also been an active leader as student, holding different positions during his medical studies as General Secretary, Students' Council, and as President of Medical Evangelical Fellowship. He is a philanthropist and has contributed immensely towards serving people in every capacity that he can. We are extremely fortunate to have him as one of our Member of Parliament.
Thank you, Dr. Yantan, who is also our moderator. Thank you, President of the Naga Students Union Delhi, Mr. Inoto, and your colleagues for organizing and arranging this wonderful felicitation program. I also thank all the other units that have felicitated us. We are truly honored to be one amongst you this evening. I also thank the various other churches and organizations, including the Naga Forum, Delhi. Thank you because you have participated, and I think your contribution in terms of prayer, knowledge has been wonderful. I also acknowledge the Scholars Association who are here, and I want to say thank you. The election that we have just gone through has been definitely an overwhelming one, and I want to thank all of you who have supported, particularly the Naga People's Front, or should I say, particularly your Naga candidate in Manipur, because we have been going through a lot of uphill tasks, a lot of challenges that we have faced in the past, and your contribution in terms of knowledge, in terms of motivation, mobilization, and various others has gone a long way, and we want to thank each one of you. Above all, I want to say thank you to my only living God, who alone has brought victory. And I want to say this, that because you have given us the victory, you have voted for us, we will take that banner and walk with us into the Parliament, and we will try as much as possible to make the Nagas proud. But I want to say also here that because you have voted, you definitely have a responsibility to continue to bear the challenges with both my senior colleague and friend Tokheho Yepthomi, and also we have also another Member of Parliament who is not here with us this evening, but he has been here for quite a while, and I'm sure you know him only too well, Mr. KG Kenny, a Member of Parliament in the Lok Sabha. We continue to hope and expect you to continue supporting us in all possible ways. You know, each one of us think that my contribution may be too small. That is what everyone thought when I decided to contest from the Naga People's Front. Naga People's Front, what can you do in Parliament alone? That was what was said. But I tell you, it is a privilege for both Tokheho and myself to be lone members of our parties in the Parliament. That has given us an advantage over my other friend who have been elected from the BJP also. Let me say, particularly because we are lone members, we are given opportunities to come and participate in very important leader of the party's meeting in the Parliament. On the 16th of June, just the day prior to the session started, both Tokheho and myself, we participated in the all-party leaders meeting with the Prime Minister and various important leaders of the NDA. We participated there and we aired our views and our concerns for both for the Nagas in Nagaland, Manipur, Assam, and also in Arunachal, the ongoing peace talks, which should be brought to a logical conclusion at the earliest. That was one. Later in the evening, again, as leaders of these parties, we being in the NDA, we also aired this in the presence of various other leaders of the NDA. And so it is an opportunity. Therefore, being lone members has given us privileges beyond doubt. We only hope that as we continue to walk the way that you have initiated even for us, as we go into Parliament, we only hope that even as my senior leader has said, there is and there are a lot of times when there is frustration. We want to say, we want to do, we want to tell, we want to make people listen and hear, but we do not get these opportunities. I have yet to encounter such issues, such problems, but as my senior leader have also told me, I'm sure that will continue to be a problem even for us. But we have all of you to stand with us. Remember when Moses was about to enter the promised land. The Israelites moved on. There was dangers, there were huge people, there were the people in strength that they had to battle. Moses went up to the mountain high above and he lifted up the staff. As long as the staff was up, the Israelites were winning the battle. But he got tired, his arms were getting fatigued, exhausted, and whenever he put down the staff, the battle was being on the losing side. Friends, my dear students, I want to tell you this. Both Yepthomi and I, we will also walk through the same path. We will try our best. We'll fight the war, the battle ahead of us, the challenges ahead of us. We will meet with courage. We will not be afraid. But we will become exhausted. We will be frustrated. We will become weak in times. And that is the time when I need all of you to continue to lift us up, to support us, so that we will continue to fight on until the battle is won. God has chosen us as a people, and He has given us land and our resources. We will continue to fight this so that our rights are being recognized. But friends, I also want to tell you that we as Nagas, we are not the only people living in our area. We have our good neighbors, the Meiteis, the Assamese, the non-Nagas, the Zomis, the Kukis, and various other communities that live around us. Sometimes these communities try to oppose the aspirations of the Nagas. We need to understand them. So also, we need to make efforts, try to reach out to these communities also, so that they also understand us. When we understand one another, we will be able to appreciate one another's aspirations and problems. And when we do that, we will be able to hold hands together and say, yes to your problem, yes to my problems. And they'll appreciate, and we will need each other's support so that we live together as good neighbors, as people that will complement and supplement one another so long as we live here on earth. Our life is going to be short. It's no longer than maybe 90 or at the maximum 100 years that we will live here on earth. During this short period of life, and many of us have lived more than 50% of our lives, most of you present here are still yet to reach that 50%. You must struggle hard. You must live life so that we will appreciate one another. Those that are our neighbors, we must continue to remember the scriptures that says, love your neighbors as yourself. unless we love ourselves first. The Bible doesn't end with love yourself, but it goes on to say, love your neighbors as yourself. That is the second most important commandment that has been given in the Bible. Therefore, my dear students, my dear friends, let us know our neighbors, let us love them as we love ourselves. Then they will also feel the same pulse pounding in their blood, in their hearts. They will also love us as much as they love themselves. And I think this is what we Nagas, especially because you and I have accepted Jesus Christ into our hearts. If we continue on to live like the life of Christ, we will be appreciated, we will appreciate, and we will live together peacefully. Our region has been filled with various problems, ethnic issues. We have our own yearnings, our own aspirations, and because I do not want somebody else to sabotage my aspirations, we go on war with these communities that live around us. But today is a time that we have to learn to depend on one another. We have to learn to appreciate one another. We have to show our love one to another. Only then we can live in peace. Dear friends, I want to say this evening, even as my senior friend Tokheho has already said much about the functioning of the Parliament. It is not going to be easy, it is going to be an uphill task. But let us continue to interact with one another. I need particularly the scholars, the seniors, the people who are here in the Naga Forum to come and interact with us maybe very frequently. We will also try to see however much we can interact with you. I think that is the way that we can carry forward our messages. We will also try and organize in and out of Parliament to arrange for us to be able to meet and lobby with various other people that are needful for the intelligentsia of the Indian continent to also be able to understand the intricacies, the problems that we are faced with various communities, with various linguistic and maybe religious identities that we may have, the complications, the complications that we have, so that for them also to understand the Northeast, so that we as people from the Northeast together, we will also be able to set up a forum so that our voice will be heard. Sometimes because I'm alone, I am scared that my voice may not be heard. Not so. When you stand on the truth, if you stand on the truth will be the mightiest. There is might in truth, not only in numbers. On truth we base our walk towards freedom. On truth we base our fight against our adversaries in our battles. We will continue to go forth. And therefore I continue to urge each one of you, even as students, don't consider yourself insignificant. You are no more young, that you are able to leave your parents at home to come to the city of Delhi, the seat of education, the seat of power. As you are able to come here, I know that you can take up responsibilities. Do not ignore the love that you have for your motherland. Do not ignore the first love, the commitment that you yourself have given to God yourself. I'm reminded of the life of Daniel when he was taken captive into the land of Babylon. Far away from home, he continued to live true to his commitment. The things that were taught to him by his parents, he prayed to God at least 5 times in a day. And because he stood true to the testimony that he bore, he was able to resist all temptations of wine, the king's food, of women, of men, of beauty, of fleshly desires. He was able to overcome all those. And when he did that, he was able to stand out different from anybody. He became only second to the king of Babylon. God will bless you if you stand to your truth. If you stand on the foundation that you have laid yourself upon, on the foundation of Christ. Let us not forget that. As my predecessor has already mentioned also, many times it is very sad for us to be able to see in the social medias being circulated about the lives our young people are living here in Delhi. You have come here with a commitment, with the desire to learn, not to live a life that is free and away from discipline, to sell yourself out to whatever the world has to offer. Let us remember that we have a commitment to keep. If you want the Naga solution to come, you and I have to be responsible citizens. You and I have to live lives that continue to carry the dignity that our forefathers have laid before us. Let us live true to our words. Let us be true to our commitments to God and to Christ. And may God continue to bless us. And as my friend Tokheho has also mentioned, our houses will be open once we get our own accommodation. Feel free to come anytime, not only for the Nagas. I'm offering this even to the Zomis and the Kukis, the Meiteis, and also the Pangans and the Muslims who are from my constituencies. Also, I will offer this to the other people that live in Manipur, because we are one people and we cannot segregate one from the other. Let us live together as one people, and with that, we will be able to bring peace and harmony into our land. And peace and harmony will usher in development and goodness and dignity to our people. Thank you, and may God bless each of you.